Good evening, all. Ira Epstein of Linn Associates with your metal market wrap-up. And this wrap-up is for Monday, the 25th of October, 2021, 6:20 p.m. Central Time. You know, I'm going to start off with something I read from the St. Louis Fed. They did a study, and out of 5.25 million people that have been let go in the pandemic or decided not to work, whatever it is, 3 million of those people have decided to retire. If that's correct, you do realize this changes the equation. It means that you're not going to get that big surge of people filling some of these service jobs and everything else. 3 million are out of that workforce. That's something that's going to have to be taken into account by the Fed. Next week we get the Fed meeting. Right now the Fed's got its hands full trying to figure out, does it attack employment, does it attack inflation, or what? Metal markets, the gold market's over the 1800 level. I'm still enamored with the idea that this market is going higher and will continue to go higher. Nothing goes straight up. To understand that you'll get your corrections, but the overall trajectory will go up until we get closer to the Fed resolving this inflation issue, or the market doing it, most likely the market. On the energy market, Brent is here at the $86 area. We're near 84 in the crude. These are hard areas to just add prices from, but there's no reason to get bearish because you're not getting a lot of new supply on the market. And as we get into the COVID situation and more people get it and more people get vaccinated and the kids get vaccinated, what happens is the demand's going to pick up because people are coming out, and that's how you have to look at it. The last part of that puzzle is, of course, you've got to get the supply chain issue resolved, and I think it will. Now, on December gold, on a weekly chart of closes, the market has climbed back over on a weekly basis. This is last week, and you're adding to the early gains this week, staying over that number. We did this before and failed. We did it before here and failed. I don't have the faith in it yet. I am the bull. But I want to see something happen, more strength than weakness, obviously. When I take a look at what we've got on the daily chart and put the swing line on, you've got the pattern of higher lows, higher highs. That's bullish. An uptrend is higher highs, higher lows. The market is fighting a huge battle at the 200-day average and the 100-day moving average of closes. With that, the next resistance point will be the upper Bollinger Band, and that's right here at 1810.90. Is this going to turn out to be the base? Becomes a big question, and that's what I think traders will ask themselves, and you're overbought. So I think the professional money, doesn't mean I'm going to be right on what I'm saying, is taking money off the table here, waiting for another setback in the market and probably buying it after that. It's an overbought market at the upper Bollinger Band, fighting also with the 100, 200-day moving average of closes. The gold-silver ratios come down and found a temporary home at 73.40. Now, in order to get the silver market to take off one more time, what do you have to do? You have to get through this level and start cranking down towards the 70 level. When we look at the silver market, it's very different than the gold chart. It's embedded. That's very bullish. The market's got higher lows, higher highs. I think the trade will continue to buy this market as long as you don't take out the prior day's high on the pullbacks. I think the market is a buy. The problem, and I explain this to my morning subscriber videos, is the resistance is the 100-day average with that Bollinger Band. It makes buying it right here not the prettiest. I'd like to get chart action that's a little better than that. I want to go on record, though. I'm bullish. Hope to get corrections to buy. Copper market, I was on BNN TV today, and I said I wouldn't be surprised if copper settles back into the 445 area, but one of my predictions, does not mean I'll be right, was $5 copper, very close to year-end, due to hopefully the supply situation clearing up a little bit and more demand for copper, which goes into so much. In the platinum market, as long as you have the embedded reading, and that's when you get the red and the blue lines, like you saw in the silver, they go sideways over 80. Until the red line closes back under 79, I contend that the market is buying the market on pullbacks, looking for the upper Bollinger Band. When we take a look at palladium market, this is not the same type of picture as platinum. You've got lower highs, lower and low, That's bearish. But the market's staying over the 18-day average, so the bias is up. The two cancel each other, and prices have used this time to correct an overbought condition. Last but not least, gold failed to penetrate with any meaning the lower Bollinger Band. More likely now to get back to the 18-day average, took itself out of this downtrend that began up here near the 94.5 level, drop about 100 points, and now I think the market's going neutral for a short term. You know, one of the things that we love to do is give our clients, you, potential clients, ideas on trading. Now, we do it with our futures trading kit. We put everything in. There's two types of charting software in the package. You'll see everything behind me, but you get a web-based platform, you get access to a download version. As for the beginner, well, there's going to be chart patterns to learn from. M1, M3 supply, you've got to learn about that, as the Fed's going to be talking about the velocity of money going forward. Our video free series, pivot points, you want to learn that. You want to learn about time also, another very interesting course that we've put in there. As I said, that cause and effect. And then access on a regular basis. The CME is always adding new courses. You get this. Admittedly, this is for the beginning trader. I get that. I had one person write me and say, Ira, what you're saying on the charts, technicians should know. Well, you'd be shocked how many people think they're a technician, think they know what they're doing, and if they're in my schoolroom, I'd fail them. They have no idea what they're doing. They know what a chart is by definition, but they don't know what a chart is, if you understand what I'm saying. Learn a little bit. How do you get that? Go to our website. Under free offers, top left, click up for anything here and other things you see. We'll get it in your hands. I'm Ira Epstein. You have a good day.